Hey guys, this is Andrew again with MyWatchAddiction.com, bringing you yet another watch from the mystery box auction that I took place in. I think we have maybe one or two more left of these before I get back into some of my other regular purchases. And this month we actually have some surprises coming in. We have quite a few watches coming in the month of October. Realistically speaking, by the time I get to review all of them, we're probably going to be into November, but hold tight because we do have a lot of really cool stuff coming in. The watch that we are going to take a look at today is a Rain. Now, I've never actually had a Rain watch before. I don't really know a whole lot about them until I got this watch and started looking at this watch. So what we have is, and I know I'm going to butcher the name of this, it's a Bhutan model RN1604. Now the RN1604 is the color of the watch. That's how they distinguish the Bhutan series, the different colors of it. This guy is an automatic, but we'll get to that in just a second. Right off the bat, looking at this watch, I'm not a fan of the brown and black coloring, but that's just my personal preference. It has nothing to do with this watch. I think this is a really sharp looking watch. I can see myself probably changing out this band on this watch and throwing a black leather band on it. Possibly even a some kind of odd band. But definitely black. It's definitely got to be black in order to kind of fall in what I like. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people are going to love the coloring of this. It is, like I said, it is an automatic. The case on this guy is a steel case, 316L stainless steel. See if you can get a close-up of this. This is a 28 jeweled movement with a 36-hour power reserve. That's roughly 21,600 beats per hour. With sapphire coated mineral glass, which maybe somebody can explain it to me. I'm not an expert. Everybody knows that's watched these videos. I'm not honestly quite sure what sapphire coated mineral crystal is. One of these days I'm going to have to do some research and figure out what it is, and maybe I can tell you guys what I learned. But right at the moment I don't know. I just know it's a little bit more scratch resistant than the mineral glass, mineral crystal that's on the front of the watch. The dial in this guy, and you'll see from the close-up pictures and that I show you, the dial on this guy is engraved. It's almost got like an oyster type look to it, but it's a white dial with black raised indices on this guy. The thing that I really like about this watch, and like I started to mention, and I did mention, I should say, this is an automatic watch. It does have a full display back on it, so you can see the movement in the back of the watch right there. You can see it rocking back and forth, and that's what charges it. This guy can also be wound to charge it, and you might be able to see there, maybe not. I might not be close enough, but this guy does have a power reserve indicator on it, which I'm a geek at heart, so that's kind of cool to me. I kind of like being able to see how much energy is left in the watch before it needs to be wound or worn again. The band itself is genuine leather crocodile embossed. So it's a leather strap and given the crocodile hide look to it. It's not a bad band. The one thing I do like about this band, though, that you can see here is it's got a deployment clasp. That's, if you're not familiar with these, basically you size it, and we'll actually go through the sizing on this here in a second, but it makes getting the watch on and off a lot easier than just a normal buckle. So on a deployment clasp like this, you'll see very similar layout to our normal watch band. But as we flip it over here, we're actually going to snap this back, and then what you can do is you can adjust this clasp up or down the band based on your fit. And then underneath you'll see a little post that's going to go in the hole that your watch would normally clip into. And then when you put it on, the only thing that's tricky about these watches, or I'm sorry, these clasps, is getting it clasped down one-handed. Unless you've done it a few times, it takes a little bit to get used to. But you pretty much just push it down and wear it like a normal watch, normal watch band. And it looks pretty sharp. So I do like the fact that they included that on this rain watch. Makes me a fan of this watch. So far, all in all, I'm gonna say that I actually like this watch quite a bit. Just the coloring of it, from the dial and the case itself, the coloring of it is definitely something that catches my eyes. The type of color that I would wear on a regular basis. Bear with me here just a second while I put this back together, and we'll see if we can look up some more information on this guy for you. So, jump over to my laptop here. So the one thing that really bothers me, and I know I've mentioned this before on various videos that I've done, it drives me nuts when a watch manufacturer will, in my opinion, vastly inflate the MSRP of their watch, and that's one thing that Rain does. According to Rain, the MSRP on this Bhutan, again, not sure if I'm pronouncing it right or not, but this Bhutan, the MSRP on their website is $1,400. I personally don't know if I would pay $1,400 for this watch. It's a nice watch, but I definitely wouldn't pay $1,400 for it. One other thing to point out before I get into the actual pricing of this, though, I apologize, I'm jumping around here. This is a 43 millimeter diameter case, and it's got 10 ATM water resistance rating. The crown has their logo engraved on it as well, which it's just pretty much a crown on the crown. Not really a whole lot to say about that. I like the watch. And I know I'm coming across kind of harsh on this, but I really do like the watch. But if we want to take a look real quick at pricing, what this guy's going for on more of an open market, $1,400 on their website, that's pretty steep. That's not something that I would be interested in paying. But to take a look at what this guy's worth, potentially selling for more, taking a look here on jumashop.com. Anybody that's not familiar with Jumashop, they're a pretty popular website online that sells all sorts of different watches. I'll post a link up in the description for you guys to take a look at also. But on Jumashop's website, this RN1604 is going for $609. That's a pretty decent price. On Amazon, the same watch, the Rain RN1604 Bhutan, is going for $729.95. I had no idea before looking at this watch, before getting this watch myself, that's what some of these watches were going for. I thought for sure when I first opened this watch, I thought maybe $200-300, maybe. It's a nice watch. It's $200-300 is probably what I would pay for it. $700 on Amazon though, and $600 on Jumashop. The one place I haven't taken a look at, which I'll do real quick right now, is I have not taken a look at what they're going for on eBay. eBay is usually a good, gives you a good idea of what things are going for. And that's interesting. There's not a whole lot of them on eBay. There's one on eBay listed right now, but I believe this is a sponsored listing for $609. That might be an actual Juma shop listing. Let me run a search another way and see if I come up with anything else. And here's an RN3405, which is not the same model, so I don't even know why I'm bringing that up. Yeah, there's a few reins available on eBay right now, but there's only one of this model, and this model on eBay right now is going for $609 also. Because it's the exact same price as Juma Shop, my gut tells me it's probably Juma Shop themselves advertising it, but who knows? Could be anybody. Could be anybody just trying to make what Juma Shop's making on it. But all in all, I'm surprised with the cost of this watch, and I'm definitely loving the fact that I got this in a mystery box auction. You know, that's the really cool thing about this watch hobby in and of itself, is you come across things, or you have the ability to come across things that you might not go out and buy for yourself. And it kind of opens your eyes into new possibilities, new potential for likes and dislikes. But anyway, that's pretty much wrapping it up on this rein. Although before I do that, we have to do one more thing. We have to check the lume on this guy and see how this guy actually looks under lume. Now, I will post up some still pictures at the end of this watch fully charged. In the dark. Right now it's still bright in here because I have the lights from the cameras on, so you might not be able to see it that well, but we'll give this guy a shot real quick. And it's got lume on the minute hand and the hour hand. You're not going to be able to see it in the video, but I can let you know that based on what I'm seeing right here, you are going to be able to see it in the dark. So, thank you guys. Thank you for bearing with me while I learn these new systems, while I experiment with this watch hobby of mine. And thank you for keeping up with me. Lastly, don't forget to check out our website, mywatchaddiction.com. Hit me up on my Facebook page. Facebook page is @mywatchaddiction. And on Instagram, where I post pictures of my watches daily. My Instagram handle is @watchaddiction.us. Thank you guys. Have a great day, and we will see you soon.